If you guys are new here, my name is Jared Majors. I'm a full-time filmmaker and I drop editing and filmmaking tutorials every single Tuesday. If you're interested in learning about filmmaking, make sure to go down there and hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the bell notifications. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so now that we're in Adobe Premiere Pro, I'm going to show you the clip I filmed to put this effect over. So pretty much it's just me looking around kind of weird. Feels really silly doing this, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And then the next clip I have is going to be the particle effect. So this particle effect I'm gonna have linked in the description below for you guys to download for free. It's one of those staple effects in the upside down that you kind of need. Then I'm gonna come over to the left over here, and this is just a stock clip that I got off of Video Blocks where I have a subscription to, but I'm sure you guys can find one for free on YouTube if you guys search hard enough. So now we're gonna go to the beginning and we're gonna find where I want the effect to start, and I think right there is good. I'm gonna take the cut tool, I'm gonna cut it right here, and then I'm gonna drag this to the beginning of the clip, and I'm gonna put a rotation, scale, and position on. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to do a rotation effect to give it that kind of eerie feeling. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, I'm gonna move it down so my head's not cut off, and then I'm gonna move it over so I'm centered. Now I'm gonna come down to the rotation and I'm gonna change the rotation a bit so it's on its side. Then I'm gonna come to the end of that clip and I'm going to put the rotation back to 0, and I'm gonna change the scale back down to 100, and now I'm just gonna adjust it so it fits back in the screen. And this is what it looks like. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the black bars on this video so that that black corner in the top won't show. So you come over to your project, you go down to the bottom to new item, you come up to adjustment layer, you check that everything's okay, you click OK. And then now you're going to take your adjustment layer and you're going to put it on top of everything, on top of all your clips. You're going to drag it out. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is come over to the left side, hit effects, and you're going to type in crop. You're gonna grab the crop effect and you're gonna put that on top of your adjustment layer. And then you're gonna come over to the left side and you're gonna see there's a left, top, right, and bottom. All we're gonna work with today is the top and the bottom. Change the top to 11.8 and the bottom to the same 11.8. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna come to your clip, you're gonna come up to sequences, go down to it's clip and go to nest. You're gonna nest it. And all you're gonna do now is adjust that clip so that your head's not so cut off. So I'm gonna come to the left, move it down a bit, and that looks good. All right, so now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna change the colors of the second clip for the upside down effect. So you're gonna change the temperature to blue, the contrast all the way to the right, almost right there, then the shadows down a bit. And then you also wanna bring the exposure down, but not too much because you still wanna be able to see what's going on in the scene. And this is what it should look like. Already looks pretty cool, but there's still a lot we still have to do. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the next effect to this. So what you're gonna wanna do is take the adjustment layer, bring it up, so then you can slide the particle effect right on top of where the second clip starts. Then you're gonna take the particle effect and you're gonna come over to the left side and you're gonna change the blend mode from normal to screen. And what that's gonna do is gonna remove all the black and just leave just the particles. And this is what it should look like. All right, so we're one step closer. We're almost there. All right, so the next effect is we're going to do the glitch effect to kind of glitch into the upside down. So you're just gonna do one frame over, one frame, then 2 frames, and then another 2 frames. And you're just gonna wanna delete every other one. So I'm gonna go right here, delete this one right here, then leave this one, and then delete this one. All right, now that I did that, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add the red flashes into the scene. So I'm gonna grab that stock clip that I got from Video Blocks and I'm just gonna overlay it to where I think it looks good. So right here, when I'm looking forward, looks pretty good. I'm just gonna take that clip and I'm gonna bring down the opacity to about, let's say 60%. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click the effect and I'm gonna scale it up a bit so it fits the scene a little bit better. And that looks pretty good right there. I'm gonna come over to the right hand side under the color wheel and I'm gonna go under shadows and I'm gonna bring up the shadow to the red. So it's giving that kind of vibey red feel to it. And after you do the shadows, you're gonna come over to the highlights and do the exact same thing. And this kind of will just make it more red and neon kind of looking, which we kind of want that retro feel for. And I'm just gonna trim it down. That looks pretty good right there. I'm gonna copy and paste it and then put it over again right here. All right, so now I'm looking to the right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this effect that I copied and I'm just gonna scale it down a bit. That looks pretty good. And then I'm gonna move it over to where I'm looking. And then I'm gonna also move it up. All right, so that looks pretty good right there. And now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the pen tool under opacity and I'm just going to draw around that effect so it won't show all the hard edges. So I'm gonna grab the feather and I'm gonna feather it out a ton. All right, so we're almost there. So now I got the Stranger Things soundtrack and I'm gonna put it underneath. I'm gonna trim it down a bit. I'm just gonna drag it over to the left so it fits right underneath there. I'm gonna cut the end off because we don't need that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a glitch effect. So I got this glitch effect on YouTube. It was royalty free. You guys can find one on YouTube as well. They're super easy to come by. So I'm just gonna cut this up, delete the stuff I don't need, and I'm gonna put this glitch effect right underneath of where the glitch effect happens in the video, just to kind of bring that effect to life a little bit more. All right, let's trim this down a little bit. That looks pretty good. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to go down there and hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the bell notification. You guys can also help support the channel by going to the first link in the description. It's my merch shop, and every time I sell a piece of my merch, it helps keep this channel running just a little bit longer. I just want to say shout out to the new subscribers, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. I am out.